Is reality a simulation? The mysteries of consciousness. What if everything we know, our thoughts, our experiences, even our very existence, is nothing more than a highly sophisticated illusion? What if the universe is not a vast cosmic expanse, but a simulation running on an unimaginable intelligence? This is not just a thought experiment. It is a question that has fascinated philosophers, scientists, and futurists alike. Welcome, traveler of the mind, to one of the most profound mysteries of our time. Today, we embark on a journey through the corridors of perception, diving into ancient philosophy, cutting-edge science, and mind-bending theories that challenge everything we assume to be real. Plato's cave. Are we living in shadows? Over 2,000 years ago, the Greek philosopher Plato proposed a striking metaphor for the human condition, the allegory of the cave. Imagine prisoners who have spent their entire lives chained inside a dark cave, facing a blank wall. Behind them, unseen, a fire casts shadows of objects onto the wall before them. Having never seen the real world, the prisoners believe the shadows to be the only reality. But what happens if one prisoner breaks free and steps outside? He sees the true world filled with color, depth, and light, completely unlike the shadowy illusions inside the cave. When he returns to free the others, they reject him, clinging to the reality they have always known. Could we, like the prisoners in Plato's cave, be mistaking a false projection for reality? What if the physical universe we experience is merely a simulation of a deeper, hidden truth? The simulation hypothesis. Are we living in a computer program? Fast forward to the 21st century, and Nick Bostrom, a philosopher at Oxford University, presents the simulation hypothesis, a modern-day version of Plato's cave. His theory suggests that a sufficiently advanced civilization possessing immense computational power could simulate entire universes, complete with sentient beings who believe they are real. If so, how would we know whether we are living inside such a simulation? Bostrom argues that at least one of the following statements must be true. No civilization ever reaches the level of technology necessary to create realistic simulations. Civilizations that do reach that level choose not to run simulations. We are almost certainly already living in a simulation. If the third possibility is correct, then what we perceive as reality may be nothing more than lines of code, complex rules, and artificial constraints, just like characters in a video game. Quantum physics, the observer effect, and the illusion of reality. Strangely, modern physics seems to support this idea. In quantum mechanics, particles do not exist in a definite state until they are observed. This is known as the observer effect, suggesting that consciousness itself plays a role in shaping reality. If a simulated world needed to conserve processing power, it would only render details when necessary, just like in a video game, where distant objects load only when you approach them. Could this explain why matter only behaves a certain way when it is being measured? Is reality loading itself in response to our awareness? Adding to the mystery is quantum entanglement, where two particles, separated by vast distances, instantly affect each other's state. This phenomenon defies conventional physics and suggests the existence of an underlying system that operates beyond our understanding, perhaps similar to how data in a simulation remains interconnected beyond physical space. Mathematical universe. Hypothesis: the fabric of reality is code. Another theory that fuels the simulation argument is the mathematical universe hypothesis, proposed by physicist Max Tegmark. According to this idea, Reality is fundamentally mathematical in nature. Everything, particles, forces, even space and time, can be described by equations. If our universe runs on underlying mathematical rules, doesn't this resemble computer code? Scientists like James Gates have even discovered something remarkable. Deep within the fabric of reality, they found error-correcting codes similar to the ones used in modern computer programming. Why would such digital-like structures exist in the fundamental laws of physics unless reality itself were engineered? Moreover, our understanding of fractals, infinitely repeating patterns found in nature, hints at a recursive system, much like the underlying structures in software programming. Could our entire reality be a recursive program running on an unknown computational framework? The holographic principle. Is reality a projection? Some physicists take this even further, suggesting that our three-dimensional reality is actually a two-dimensional projection, much like a hologram. The holographic principle posits that all the information in our universe may actually be encoded on a cosmic boundary, projected into the reality we experience. In other words, just as a hologram gives the illusion of depth, our perception of reality may be an illusion of dimensionality, meaning we might exist in a flat informational construct rather than a truly physical world. One experiment supporting this idea was conducted in 2017, where researchers observed irregularities in space-time that hinted at an underlying two-dimensional framework. If true, this would mean that everything we experience is the result of a computational process that interprets a deeper, hidden informational reality. If we are in a simulation, can we escape? If reality is a simulation, does it matter? Some argue that if we perceive pain, love, joy, and consciousness, then our experience is as real as it needs to be. Others believe that breaking free from the illusion, much like escaping Plato's cave, is the ultimate goal. Throughout history, many spiritual traditions have suggested that the material world is an illusion. Buddhism, for example, teaches that enlightenment comes from recognizing the transient, dreamlike nature of existence. Could awakening from a simulation be the modern equivalent of reaching spiritual enlightenment? Philosopher David Chalmers even suggests that if we are in a simulation, the creators may have left clues. Our déjà vu experiences, glitches in physics, or unexplained phenomena remnants of the underlying code breaking through? Conclusion: are we the prisoners or the architects? So, is reality a simulation? The answer may lie beyond the reach of our understanding. Yet, whether we are living in a programmed reality or not, one truth remains. The pursuit of knowledge, questioning our perceptions, and seeking higher understanding is what defines our existence. Perhaps, in the end, the real question is not whether we are inside a simulation, but whether we have the power to transcend it. What do you think? Are we living in a simulation? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more journeys into the unknown.